All
Let's
right,
cut
what's good,
this.
beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Sportsload podcast. I'm your host, Ja. That's my boy K, and we got Van in the corner there doing what Van does, doing Van things. All right, before we get started, keep liking, keep subscribing, and let's get right to it. I almost said ladies and gentlemen, we have the All-Star list officially came out. Let's get through the starters. American League, we got Kyle Riley, no surprise there. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., not a surprise there. Gleyber Torres, it's not a surprise that he's having a good year. It's just a surprise he's finally having a good year.
He's starting.
Jose, yeah, these are all starters. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like,
I mean,
Jose
one of the
Ramirez.
second basemen is there in the American League. That's good.
Yeah,
I
he's having a good year too.
I don't follow baseball, bro.
Yeah.
This
Oh, wait, is Altuve having a good year?
he's
Or
kind
he's
of
decent?
he's a left field, I believe. He's a
Who,
left
Acuna's right field.
No, Altuve.
Oh, Altuve. Yeah, I
Left
think
field.
Altuve is left field. Yeah, he's left field.
He's an outfielder now.
Yeah, he didn't. Well, he didn't even make it to the. He's not even a starter.
He's kind of washed, but I'm saying
Oh.
it's surprising to see Torres because like every Yankee fan I know just trashed on
Hates
him
him.
the last
Hates
2 years,
him.
and now he's like an all-star. So it's like
Yeah,
you're forced to like him.
Detroit has like three guys in the starting lineup in the starting as starters. You got Gleyber Torres, you got Riley Green, and Javier Baez. Another shocker there.
Javier Baez is starting?
Yeah, and Javier Baez is like figured it out finally. Like he can't swing at every pitch. So
Well, he's a shortstop or
no, he's went as an outfielder.
is an outfielder?
Yeah, they moved him.
I would
Yeah.
probably is
Riley
Phillies
Green makes sense.
is Phillies in the American League?
No.
No, Phillies are in the National League.
Okay, I was about to say like isn't Trey Tucker or not Trey?
Oh, wait.
So right now I got two Yankees. Well, one Yankee starting, one Yankee's on the reserve. It's just wild. Jazz Chisholm is actually the All-Star as a reserve.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena. Shout out to my boy. Cause in
Yeah,
the World
infielder,
Series,
yeah.
when we won it in 2022, I believe he just came out of nowhere and just fucking blew it up. Because like
Mhm.
everyone was trashing the Astros when George Springer, they gave up on George Springer. They were like, oh,
Right.
whatever. And this is like the what the Astros basically do is that they just let people walk and then just bring in someone new and it just keeps going.
Yeah, next man up. Yeah, next
Yeah.
man up. Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's pretty much the starters for the American League. I don't know if you guys want me to go through the reserves real quick.
It's a third base again?
Third base is Jose Ramirez, shortstop Jacob Wilson, outfielders you have
Jacob
Aaron.
Wilson
Yeah.
Athletics.
over Bobby Wood?
But,
I mean, that makes sense, but
Well, yeah, Bobby was having a down year.
yeah.
He's struggling. He's not putting it together, but Bobby did make it as a reserve.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, look, Bobby Wood is overall a better player, but as of right now, I would have gave it to Jacob. And for some reason, there's like a kind of a lack of it's really lackadaisical at shortstop for the American League. Like these are the two guys, you know what I mean? Really, everybody else is stinkers, pretty much, or mediocre.
Yeah.
Starting lineups for the pitching: Hunter Brown, no surprise. Chris Bubbick, Garrett Crochet, no surprise for the almost to the Celtics, the Red Sox. Jacob deGrom, who's having a renaissance year. Don't get used to that, Rangers fans. This will be his last best year. Max Fried, no surprise there. Kikuchi from the Angels, you say Kikuchi. Tariq Skubal, my guy, he's always been giving me you can always guarantee him for like a 9 strikeout game. Shane Smith, good. Brian Woo from Seattle. That's your starting pitchers right there.
Oh,
Who's the second to last guy? Where does he pitch?
Shane Smith, White Sox.
White Sox, which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
look,
good pitcher.
by law though, like they have to have one guy representing every team.
What about the Rockies?
Well, yeah, the Rockies are there. You want to get to the National League?
Oh,
I'll tell you the one Rocky that made it.
Well,
It's kind
okay.
of one. There's one. Yeah, because they have to.
McMahon?
They have to. No. You give up? You're never gonna get it. None of us will ever get it.
Who is
Chris
it?
Goodman. Chris Goodman.
Who the
The
Yeah,
fuck
fuck?
is that?
Yeah, Chris
Catcher?
Catcher. Reserve, not a
he's
starter.
reserve. I was like trying to
Yeah.
look for him. I have the list here too, and I'm like looking for him. I'm like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah, they're not. He's not a starter. Nobody in Colorado going to start. They have to by rule have to have one representative from each team.
Really,
And there
bro?
you go. Huh?
I never knew that. That's actually a rule.
Yeah, it's a legit.
Is
It's a
it
legit
actually a
rule.
legit rule? I did not know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's no
So I
way
guess
because
that
like
makes sense.
the Dodgers have 3 guys
Three, yeah,
starting, so
three.
like there's no way you have every team in here. There's no, there isn't because
Who's not? Which team?
the shortstop for Philly, Turner,
Trey Turner.
he's not here. Is there anyone from
Yeah, but-
Philly?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kyle
Yeah,
Schwarber.
Harper, no?
Kyle
and
Schwarber.
Schwarber.
No,
Kyle Schwarber.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
Schwarber's there. Harper's been injured majority of the year. When was the last time he even played?
I don't know. I don't watch baseball.
Yeah.
That's a youth.
Yeah, even Washington has a player in there. Colorado has a player.
Yeah,
White
Washington
Sox.
has, what's the name? James Wood, right?
Yeah.
He's nice.
I just saw an article saying like, oh, who got snubbed, because that's always a thing. Like in the NBA, it's like who got snubbed and. stuff
Yeah.
like that,
Well,
so-
like you see things that when it comes to that, like it's so, like certain positions are just overloaded with players. Like any year, even injured, Bryce Harper would have got in. You know what I mean? Like, and first base is stacked. Like Pete Alonso's having a crazy year. You know, Friedman
Yeah.
from the Dodgers always having a crazy year. So
Yeah.
like Bryce Harper really has to earn it now. He can't just sit back and like play 10 games and be like, I'm an all-star now.
Yeah, and
And
to be
so-
fair, the All-Star game for baseball actually matters because World Series.
World Series, yeah. And it is for the last 3 years, it's been watchable.
Yeah, I mean
It's been pretty
the,
watchable.
The home run,
Derby, yeah.
Derby, yeah.
I'm actually more. I tend to watch the All-Star festivities in baseball than I do any
Yeah.
other sport.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm a lifer in baseball, so I'm all. That's just me. But yeah, as far as snubs, I mean, it's to me. I don't really see. I mean, no, I don't think there's no snubs.
so,
To be honest with you,
What's the DH for the AL?
for the AL, Brent Rooker. I'm shocked that there's 2 athletics in there.
I mean, yeah, they're
They're having a decent
he's
team,
gonna
I
have a
think.
good year.
They're having a
No,
decent
they
team.
all having a. But again, it's more of a. I look at them more of a team than a single player that actually signs out of that anybody on that team could actually cook you. You know what I mean? Like
Who's the reserve on the DH
The net-
for the?
for the American League.
Yeah,
Otani.
No,
No.
I'm sorry, I messed up. Ryan O'Hearn Baltimore is the starting DH for the American League, and Brent Rooker is the reserve.
so you told me Paul Goldschmidt's on All-Star.
No, he's not. Wait, I'm checking.
No, I don't think so.
No, just Jazz Chisholm is the only one.
So it's just Jazz and Judge.
Judge.
Yeah, those are 2. Alan Freed. Those are 3
Yeah,
Yankees that
Max
made it.
Fried.
Alright, I mean that's kind of a snub, right? Paul Goldschmidt. Guy's second in the league in average.
Is he still though? Because he's been slumping
Is,
hard.
is he
Pause.
not a first baseman?
Yeah, he's the first baseman.
No, he's been playing DH. I think Ben Rice starts
Oh.
at first base.
I don't know. I think there has to be like a number completed probably, right? Because Otani is DH for
Yeah, that's a given. Him and Scherber was a given on DH. Like
well,
those
yeah,
are the
but
top
I'm saying like
2 DH.
Otani technically can be a pitcher too, but like he only pitched like once or twice. So
3
they're not-
times now. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mm.
he's not gonna. They're not gonna give him the starting nod already, right? So,
Yeah, my New York Mets have 3 guys going to the All-Star game. Francisco Lindor as the starter. Pete Alonso reserve, which I bet any other year I would have been like, damn, that's fucked up. He should have started, but Freeman is having a monstrous year as well. So
Yeah.
you can't get wrong. I can't get mad at that. And Edwin
Ohtani,
Diaz.
I mean, Soto is not a All-Star, I believe.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well,
Soto-
you see, that's the thing. Like he's
He hasn't
he's now
started
getting hot.
recently, yeah.
Yeah, he's started the month of June. When June 1st hit, he started to hit. He's like, oh, the weather's warming up.
And then I think the only Padre player is Tatis
Teacher, yeah, it's weird that I don't see Machado here.
or What's his name?
Bogarts.
Yeah.
Was the other
No
half the
pitching.
play? No pitching from San Diego. No. It's weird. Yeah, you're right. San Diego, like no Machado, no Bogarts, no Arias.
I mean, some people might get injured. I mean, some people are injured on this list already. I think Pena's injured, so he might be pulled. They might
Yeah,
replace
and
him,
if anybody's gonna be like somebody's gonna pop in, I'm pretty sure they'll let Juan Soto
yeah,
in it now.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, those are your All-Stars, gentlemen, for the MLB. Let's talk quick, fast with me and Van are Mets and Yankee fans. Mets won the City Field Series, so now overall we're tied at 3-3.
3-3.
Yep, which is not weird. It tends to be the thing like for the past 2 years now. Like it's always been whoever has the home field advantage tends to win the series.
Well,
But
no, last year you guys swept us.
yeah, we beat the shit out you guys last year. But this
Yeah.
year. Look, man. The Yankees. This Subway Series was, although I enjoyed it, the Yankees have bigger worries than face the Mets. They got to get their shit together. The Yankees
And
are in a lot of trouble right now.
We're playing actually good teams now.
Yeah, this ain't the Brewers. This ain't like name any American League team. You know what I mean?
We
Like
got the Mariners next, and then the Cubs before the All-Star game.
not good. And you guys need a third baseman. You guys need a third baseman badly.
You guys should trade us Jeff McNeil, and
Nah, we're good. Because we need McNeil to play every other position as well. He's the epitome of a utility guy. But I think I think you guys should have went after Arenado when he was available. I would. He's having a decent year. I would have just gotten him. That would have been a good patchwork. He's still great at defense.
Did you see the report with Nolan where he was like he wanted to go to Houston and he basically said no because of the
everybody else? Oh,
well, the Kyle Tucker trade kind of turned him
off. Fucked him off. Okay.
Which whatever, but he needs to needs to leave that team.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that, but he definitely got to get out of there.
Arenado's
too good.
Ryan.
Yeah, pretty much. He could be. But he's so good at like defense, man. Like the guy, he's a Hall of Famer anyway.
Right.
I just thought that when the Yankees had an opportunity to get him, they decided not to. They didn't go for it. They went with their, and I'm not gonna knock them for it all the way because they thought they had a good farm system, but it's not looking good. I don't know what the Dominguez guy. You guys live by him and die by him, man. And now at left field, your left fielder is garbage, man.
It's just a little midget.
Yeah, he can't read balls off the air, man. Pause. Like he just can't. Like fly balls to him, it's like it's a roller coaster ride.
Was it him who dropped that ball yesterday?
Yeah. A routine fly ball.
Missed his glove.
Yeah.
With his wrist.
But then he'll give you 2 home runs, though. You know what I mean? Like, like it's a give and take. But I don't know. And again, I'm not worried about Stan to the playoffs. Once Stan gets to the play, if you guys get there though, because it's kind of looking iffy now.
Is he hurt?
No, he just came back.
Earlier in the
month. I think he's a weekend now. Is it a full week now? If he's been playing?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Yeah, you see, that's the thing with him. And for the Mets side, I'm like we gave you this game. You know that, right? It was just a reliever game. It was like we didn't play no starters. Like it was just all.
I don't know who that starting was.
Yeah.
We almost lost that game too.
Yeah, I was defending a beat down, but we lost respectfully. I'll take that. But the Mets got other issues too. Their pitching is coming. They're 2 injured guys. Senga and Manaea is coming back. I don't know if rely too heavy on them. I still think they need to go after relief pitching and an outfielder. That's why I will go after Duran as possible. Get him now while the price is low. Since Boston is selling cheap nowadays.
Right.
Go after Duran.
Do you think?
Wait, who's in second base place? Sorry. Who's in second place after the Blue Jays?
It's you guys, right? Aren't you guys in second place?
Because you said we're in third place now.
It's tied with the Rays.
Yeah, the Rays are slumping too. I think the Rays lost 3 straight now.
They are 4-6 for the last 10.
Okay.
I don't see the last 3 games. But yeah, you guys are tied with the Rays. On Google, you are second place against the Blue Jays.
By how much though? Not by much though, right?
3
Like
games.
4 games.
3 games.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna
Blue
say.
Jays it got hot, man. They got hot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
but some-
like, who would you guys even go after? Like, I was thinking maybe perhaps getting the Cubs
What's his
closer.
name?
I don't even know if the Cubs are even going to be selling now. They're pretty much running away with that division.
Yeah, they're 4 games ahead of everyone in that division. That division's dog shit. But
The NL East is also dog shit too. It's only it seems like a 2-team race now.
the whole entire NL is terrible, bro. NL West is literally Dodgers and then the Padres, which is 7.5 games, and then the
Aren't the
Giants.
Diamondbacks up there? Diamondbacks isn't bad.
They're 4th in their division, and they're only beating the Rockies.
And what's San Francisco looking like?
48 and 42. They're second place or they're third place. I guess because the Padres is playing either tomorrow or today, or they're currently playing. I don't know.
It's interesting to see. The West is it's probably gonna be more than probably 2 teams gonna come out of that division.
Dodgers and whoever fucking is smart.
Whoever is pretty much fighting for second place.
Yeah. I mean, the Brewers are 50 and 40, and then the Mets and Philly are like over 50. So I guess the Mets might get one of the wild cards, and then probably.
How many games behind are the Mets from the Phillies? Is it 2 games still, or is it?
1.5.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's still back and forth, but it's pretty much a 2-man race, though, right? Because Atlanta's nowhere near.
No, they're 4th. Marlins are ahead of them.
Gee, yeah, the Marlins won. I think Marlins won 8 straight, man.
Yeah.
I think Marlins was there. They've just been killing it, and they were like the biggest going into like this season. Like there might be the biggest sellers during the trade deadline. They might just hold off.
Yeah, I think they had a lot of pitchers. If I remember.
They have overloaded with like a Samuel Alcantara. That's the guy I want, but it might cost a lot now.
And all I know is because they had a lot of pitchers, because a lot of like the Bleacher Report was like, who should Astros sign or trade for? And it's like a ton of them were the Marlins players because they're supposed to be sellers. But
yeah, I think the Marlins got one of the best what is it called? The minor systems, the farm systems. Yeah.
I disagree, but that's a little bit biased with the Astros.
Yeah. No, I said one of them, not the best. I said one of the best farm systems.
Oh yeah, Rays. Yeah. I think the Rays has another one. And
Rays always had a good farm system. That's what they can always like stick around in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then I guess you can say like not Milwaukee.
What's in the Orioles?
I would say like Kansas City.
Here's a little Bleacher Report here. I don't know if we're gonna switch to get Kuminga. Yeah.
We could switch to NBA, or we can quickly finish up baseball and then do NFL quickly.
What you want to do? I mean, I'm pretty much done with the baseball.
I think we're done with baseball.
Start off with this Kuminga.
Yeah. Well, Kuminga's gonna be an
interesting. You want to do NFL? We can quickly do NFL.
I'll do basketball. You brought Kuminga.
Oh, okay. So the Kings are trying to like push for Kuminga, but the deal isn't close.
I don't see him going. I don't see them trading him to the West Coast, especially to Sacramento.
Yeah, that kind of bites them in the ass a little bit. I think he's gonna get sent to the East Coast. I don't know who though. Like who really wants Kuminga like that?
It depends on what they look. What it's because it's most likely. Look, we all agree it's gonna be a sign and trade, right? It's most likely gonna be a sign and trade. So then, like for Kuminga, his best fit will honestly, and I'm not being biased. I think honestly for him to really like excel will probably be in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like just for him to play.
I was saying either they're probably gonna trade Claxton for that.
Oh yeah,
but Claxton is Claxton might be trade bait.
It would be like Michael Porter Jr. or some shit like that in a way.
They want to keep Michael Porter Jr., which is fucking wild.
He's a shooter, I guess.
I
think 2 teams that should definitely go after Kuminga is Chicago, because they have no team to kind of develop off of.
True. That's actually not a bad deal. That's not.
I think Atlanta is a good shout because you have a
Atlanta's been. Yeah, Atlanta's like they're stacking up too. They're loading up.
Yeah, so like this is definitely a breaker, like make or break for Atlanta with Trae Young. I think after this year, if they fail terribly, like I think they should be 2nd round exits. Like that's their goal. If anything past that's free money, they're rolling with free money, and then anything before that's like a failure.
Yeah,
then-
they're loading up on wings.
If they fail this year, I think they have to trade Trae Young and make a move and just either
Well,
draft
I mean,
a
look,
guard
they
or
protected
something.
him like for what the last 3 years, man. Like, he's been trade bait pretty much for the last 3 years, right?
Yeah, but
Like,
the thing is who's gonna actually go after him? And then are you gonna give him the $85 million a year what Shea got?
the only team he was always tied to was San Antonio. That team doesn't seem like they'll
And the
pay.
Lakers.
Not anymore.
Yeah, and the Lakers as well. They're not gonna do it now because they have Fox.
I would like Trey to go to Brooklyn. It's a good
Look,
connection.
Brooklyn got a lot of money to spend.
Right.
I mean, they for some reason, but they drafted like 5 point guards. I don't know what the hell is going on with them.
Yeah.
All the Knicks picks went. Pretty much all the 5 picks seem to go to point guards.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell
And
they're
a passing
doing.
big.
And a passing big, yeah.
Yeah,
Trae Young might be a good shot for Brooklyn. I don't know if he's gonna fit in that media culture. Maybe Toronto if they want to make a move.
honestly, I like what Toronto is doing, man. I like what they're doing.
But would you want RJ Barrett there, or would you want Trae Young? You know,
Well,
maybe like package
Who is whatever's the best? Like Golden State is gonna get the best package available, right?
for Kuminga.
So I doubt, for Kuminga, yeah. So they're not gonna go. That's why I say Brooklyn's gonna be hard, other than picks. If that's what they want, they might want to have picks, and then they also might, if they want players, go to Toronto, see what Toronto's got going on. Maybe not RJ Barrett. Maybe what's the other kid? They're not Barnes. Is it Poto or Peto?
Jacopo Adam, the center.
Yeah, the center.
Yep.
They could go after him.
Ingram's
Yeah, I mean,
there as
like-
well, I believe. No.
Yeah.
Ingram wouldn't be
Quickly's
bad.
there. Yeah, or you know who I would even talk to? I see Philly. Philly got a lot of guys that you might want. One of the young guys.
Yeah,
See what you can do.
Go get Joel Embiid, bro, or Paul George.
No. Give
They
me,
would
give
actually
me.
play
Who'd
though,
you kill?
compared to fucking Kuminga, who sat on the bench for the whole playoff series.
Yeah, I think Kuminga is still an on tap. He's only 22 years old, so he's an untapped talent. So this
listen,
was he.
If Steve Kerr thinks you're ass, like that's how
You
it
think
works,
so?
bro.
I mean, he was right
he
about
let-
Wiseman.
Yeah, you let Wiseman walk. Like, I mean,
Yeah, there's got to be something to it, right? I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but his kid is only 22 years old, though. You know what I
Wasn't he
mean?
like dropping buckets when he did get playing time?
It's not his
Yeah.
offensive game. It's his defense is just so bad.
it's a little bit of that, and it's like Jimmy Butler plays the same style
Position,
so it's
yeah.
like position and style. So it's like
Mhm.
kind of mixing oil with water
And then-
at that point.
Yeah, I think, and then I
he was a
also
power
think,
forward.
Small forward, power forward,
He's-
center.
yeah, he can play.
Okay.
He can play all of it. His frame is he's just a bigger version of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean personally, I wouldn't let him go, but I know that ship has already sailed.
It's
That
also
kid is
like
just-
you're kind of hitting
he-
the second apron too, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, everybody's afraid of the second apron, so they should avoid it at all costs. I just don't know what they'll do with him because he is like the biggest fish in the market, right? Pretty much, right? It's him.
Giannis?
That's available. No, but see, Giannis is still under contract. I'm talking about like restricted, like free agents / restricted free agents.
Oh, I could look this up.
Because it's pretty much it's a trash market right now.
It is.
It's just him and then buyout players, which we'll get into in a second. You know who I think will be a great fit for Golden State? Like, I'll just trade him to Brooklyn and get as much picks as possible, and then go after Dame and let Dame marinate to the playoffs. No harm, no foul. You give Dame a 1-year contract. You got Dame, you got Jimmy,
the
and you got
Warriors?
Steph.
Yeah, I mean, I think their end game is basically they're waiting outside of Giannis's house with the jukebox and playing love songs, just
Yeah,
holding
that's-
for dear life. That's kind of what.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee would have been a great if you could get something like with a package deal for Giannis. If Giannis tells him I want to go to Golden State, then you make that Kuminga deal off the rip.
Yeah, and give up as many
Nah.
first round picks as you can.
You think they
Yeah.
would?
Josh Giddey is probably
Ah.
the top free agent available, right?
Over Kuminga or just after Kuminga?
Probably after.
Yeah.
I'm like looking through like there's Taj Gibson available. Like what? Like, Quentin
He's still
Grimes.
played?
Quentin Grimes is
Quentin Grimes is legit. He's legit.
Oh, yeah.
Quentin Grimes.
I like Quentin Grimes when he played for the Knicks, and he's a good player. The thing is, though, I think he might resign with Philly, but it's like Philly's just overloaded with these
Philly's-
wings, man.
Philly's like low
Those
balling
might-
right now. I think
Yeah.
the report right now is like they're not like close to a deal extension.
No, see, you got to bring that guy back. He's literally offense off the bench, immediate
Yeah,
offense.
well,
He like a 6-man of the year candidate.
Grimes is reportedly looking for $25 million a year, which will push Philadelphia past his first apron and possibly past the second apron.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that, Grimes. That's you asking for too much.
Listen,
I get you want to get your bag, and I notice again. He needs to understand, like before the apron, people will give out money to guys like Tajon Prince. I mean, these mediocre players will get $20 million deals. This second apron is making guys really do the math now.
Yeah,
You can't. He's not gonna get. He's gonna have to get the best offer available.
Looking at these guys in the free agency, Precious Akua
Yeah.
from the Knicks is available.
Listen, the Knicks signed him for $1.2 million. That was his market last year. What do you think his market is going to be this year?
Terrible. Bull's still available, I guess, if you really want to care about that. Malcolm Brogdon's available.
Journeyman, and he's coming off an injury.
Thomas Bryant.
But you see, like Michael Brogdon's value could be good if he signs a mid-level exception.
Right.
For a veteran team, he could be useful.
Yeah.
Like even Taj Gibson, I guess, to a team that's close to a championship, I guess, needs a good role, a nice a guy off the bench or a locker room guy for a league minimum exception. Why not? You know what I mean? But this is not the cream of the crop. That's why I say Kuminga's need to be. I hope his agents is playing it smart. Like your best bet if you want to playing time and you want to show off your skills, Brooklyn, Chicago, Milwaukee will be your best bet.
Well,
it's just what is Golden State going to get in return?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like you're pulling the trigger on one of the gun that is in your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's either playing time and having the ability to be good, or money, right? It's or like a little bit of both, right? Or
because he got the ring. He has the ring already. You know what I mean? So
like you're not gonna
get.
What are you gonna go?
You're
gonna get sent to Utah and be happy about that? Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like go somewhere you could be happy while your team is gonna suck for a long time.
What team would that be though? And you're getting
Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Chicago.
Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn's gonna offer him that extension. Chicago,
Brooklyn needs
maybe.
Brooklyn needs somebody. Brooklyn needs people to like a reason to see them. If you or you know what I mean, like they're in the New York market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you need somebody to put seats in ground other than away teams.
Is Kuminga that guy though?
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to be. You're gonna go see Michael Porter Jr. You know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna see whoever's playing.
Yeah, but like you'll think Kuminga. Like again, if he gives you a good month, the people will go see him.
I think the spacing on that team would be terrible.
Yeah, because you have so many point guards and like so
and
many
other
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. and Kuminga. Like,
yeah,
that's like Belly Fitness directly.
Pretty much. I don't know what the hell Brooklyn was doing. I thought you had 5 first-round picks. Bid out your starting 5. You're muted, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to my mom.
Yeah.
Repeat that. Sorry.
No, I said like you're in Brooklyn. You had 5 first-round picks. Why not just build your starting 5?
Well, they have the Knicks picks until
2028
or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So they kind of have, and they have their own first round pick, so they don't really, they're not really chokehold to like making a roster move or whatever.
But I don't know. They need to make some type of move or some type of noise. So does Chicago. I think his best fit will probably be Chicago.
Yeah.
Because there's actually some players there. Like you're not working around.
Maybe.
But who you giving up?
Yeah, Zion probably.
Zion.
What about the point guard, the kid that gets getting straight away? He's pretty good. I forgot his name. Murray, yeah.
His contract is ridiculous.
Yeah, who gave him that again? Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, what's the Spurs?
Was it the Spurs and they gave up on him? Maybe.
No, I think wasn't it like one of those. It was a draft day trade. He got traded during a draft day, and I think he signed that extension, or maybe the Pelicans gave him that deal.
No, Atlanta signed him.
Atlanta?
4 years, 114. Yeah.
But he's going to be coming off the books soon. Then.
Let me check. I'll double check with you right now. He's going to be a free agent in 2028. He has a player option in 2027.
Oh, so never mind.
He's only getting 30 million, which is kind of small. I think.
Yeah, and then in your New Orleans, nobody cares.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Nobody's gonna watch. Nobody's watching that team.
This is probably like the free agency that a lot of people are getting overpaid a little bit. Like Capella got overpaid because the salary cap is coming up 10 more percent, I believe. So this is kind of just like
So more money to spend.
let's
Yeah.
spend our money. This might be the year where like you get Timothy Mozgov for 4 years, 64 million. Looking at the NBA, we haven't talked about the draft because we missed it last week. We can just quickly go through it. The first 3 picks were a no-brainer. I think this was
No-brainer. Yeah.
This was just the go-to.
My favorite pick was Utah. Ace Bailey went to Utah.
The fourth pick
Loved it.
The fourth pick went Con Kenobi from Duke, and a lot of people were like shitting on that. But then you gotta understand, like Ace Bailey was like the top 3 pick, and then VJ was like top 4.
Right.
And Ace Bailey's agent or whatever is literally sitting like, don't draft him. He's not gonna show up. So like, what are you gonna expect? You're gonna get like the 5th best player, whoever you think is good. So
right.
Ace going number 5 to Utah. I think this is great. I love Danny
Love
for
it.
this.
Love
he
it.
said,
Love
you're
it.
either gonna
Fuck you.
you're either gonna play or you're not gonna play. But
and if you're not gonna play, who got an offer for me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing. Okay, so it's weird because this is happening with the NFL right now as well with the Bengals rookie in the first round.
Well,
he could
to be fair, the Bengals don't pay. They never know to pay.
Yeah, so that Bengals rookie contract is ridiculous because like if he gets hurt, they're trying to like void all of his contract.
His contract, yeah, which is you don't do that, man. That's
that
so
is
fucked up.
That
That's
is so
really
messed
illegal.
up. But they can both sit out. Ace Bailey can sit out for the whole year, re-enter the draft, and Utah can't pick him, and anyone else can pick him.
You can pick him, yeah.
The problem is, these teams who are in the top 5 picks are probably going to be the same, other than probably the Spurs and the
Spurs.
Mavs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Utah's
those 2 teams
gonna be
probably
number
won't.
1.
Brooklyn's gonna be there again.
Hornets are
Hornets,
probably
yeah.
gonna be there. The Wizards are
the
probably gonna be there. Pelicans are gonna probably be there. So it's like your choices are not.
Philly's
great.
definitely not gonna be there. I don't think Philly's gonna be there.
No, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like Hornets, Jazz, Wizards, Pelicans, Nets, and then possibly the Suns or the Bulls.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, somebody's gonna replace the Philly pick. It's most likely. I think you're right. I think the Suns might be that team.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're Ace, I think you just stick it out with Utah.
You stick it out, play, man. Like, just dude, you don't. When you're a rookie, especially you're not a generational talent rookie. You know what I mean?
Not.
Like,
I think he's a good player. He's not a superstar. Yeah. He's a good player.
No, exactly. I agree, and I think you don't go out there telling people where you want to go. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, you don't do that. You do that after your first contract.
I was watching some of his film, and I was just like, this guy sucks.
Yeah, well, he got beat down by Philly's pick. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
That kid. Again, I know it's summer league, and I know it's just a bunch of rookies, but that kid was.
He knows how to ball, like
Yeah, he can ball. When I first looked at him, I was like, this guy, he's an OG and Anobi kind of guy, like a 3-and-D kind of guy, but he's a slasher. He could ball.
VJ reminds me of Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, he could be. He definitely could be. He just
peak wise, yeah. Like I'm not gonna say like right now he is, but I'm saying
he
could be that kind of build model.
He killed it, man. He couldn't miss.
Yeah,
he's really good. Like again, if he consistently can do that, then Philly got a legit steal.
I mean, they got blessed with that 3rd pick.
Yeah, they did. Shout out to Paul George.
The top 3 picks got blessed. I mean, Cooper Flagg, number 1, and then Dylan Harper.
The Spurs, yeah, come on.
And
do you think the Spurs have like they're a little bit too guard heavy now though?
I think they're waiting to make a move. I think they're gonna go for LeBron or Giannis. I really think so. I think LeBron is going to the Spurs. Either this move this summer, like this off season, or next off season, he's gonna go.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I think that market is too small for him. If you go to a Texas team, he'll probably go Dallas. But I don't see him in San Antonio.
I don't see him in Dallas.
I don't see him in Dallas neither. I honestly just see him going to Cleveland or New York. I think he's going to go to the East Coast. If he demands a trade, it's going to go to the East Coast. Why would you even stay in that division, that conference? Makes no sense.
Well, yeah, you'll play with Wemby. That's kind of what you're.
That's true, but like you're playing with Luka too. You know what I mean? And you can't get that to work.
Well,
They're both the same kind of player. I don't know if him and Wemby will work.
Wemby's in his 3rd year. Luka's in his 5th, 6th year. So it's like kind of different. I think this is kind of be the trial period. Like he accepted his player option, so a lot of people are saying he's gonna get traded or he's gonna like request a trade. I think
my concern. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think he's gonna wait until training camp, see if Luka's fat or not, and then he's gonna like request a trade or not.
Yeah, I think Luka looked like he's slimming down though, right? The recent picture is that AI or
was that because a wonder drug?
I thought it was AI. No, the reason why I don't think the him going to the Spurs would be good also, like he might stunt Wemby's growth and Castle's growth and Harper's growth.
He doesn't care about rookies, as you can.
Yeah,
tell.
he doesn't. That's the thing. Like he's gonna fuck up the development. I think.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be on a vet team. I think Cleveland and the Knicks are his best 2 options.
Cleveland's not a bad shout. They're in the second apron. I think they're the most expensive team right now.
Yeah, and the Lakers can get something out of it.
They'll probably get like Darius Garland and like
Garland, yeah, and yeah, I mean that's good enough for them.
Yeah, I mean,
look at it,
there was
for them.
Yeah, we have a group chat, and then like the Knicks offered OG and Precious,
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson.
Like, if you're a Lakers, you're fucking running away with that deal. Like, I mean, if
Yeah.
I think there's a salary filler, perhaps you can get some picks back. You're running away with that deal because LeBron's probably walking after this year, if anything.
Yeah, he's walking. Whatever deal the Knicks and Cleveland give you, their best offer, take it.
Yeah.
Because like LeBron's look. Anyway, Cleveland and New York are only betting on 1 year, right? LeBron is gonna be a free agent next year anyway. So like you're in win now. You win now.
Yeah.
So like as much as I love OG and I don't want to let him go, I would not as a Knicks fan want to make that deal. It's fucking LeBron James for 1 year. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a loner. It's a loner. But
yeah, it's a loner, and if your mindset is win now, which it clearly is, you know what I mean? Like then you just pull the deal off, and then you worry about the repercussions later on.
Right.
Which probably could have destroyed the team going forward. What happened?
No one's gonna be complaining if you guys win. So
no, exactly. I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah,
If
it
they
was
bought
like
us
the
a
Anthony Davis
championship
trade when they gave up everyone off for Anthony Davis.
And if you're LeBron, like look at your legacy right now. Like it's almost hear me out. Now you win 4 championships with 4 different teams. Now it's well documented how I feel about players ring chasing and all that.
3, right?
Well, it would have been 4. If he wins with the next team, it'll be 4, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's say if he goes to the Knicks and he wins that 4th championship with 4, that's actually pretty tremendous if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you win in LA, you win in Miami, you win in Cleveland, but then you win at the Mecca. You know what I mean? Like you brought the only championship to the Knicks since the 70s. Like that's some legendary status. Now it's not up there with Jordan's, 6-0 in the championship game or whatever, but that's pretty cool. That's actually it's actually dope. Again, I'm saying the fact I don't like players ring chasing.
So,
but it's not a bad legacy to have.
Here's a good shout though. You said like if LeBron goes and does get traded, he's probably going to go to the East. Why not the Warriors?
That's the only West Coast team I would go to. I'll give you that. Like if I'm going to a West Coast team, that's the only West Coast team I'll see him. Like he won't like Steph. He's not going to give you 82 games. You know what I mean? Butler's not going to give you 82 games.
Right.
So you could rely on LeBron to carry you, and then you let Steph and everybody else, the cast to take you in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like LeBron would actually be a benefit during the season, and then holla at me if you need me in the playoffs type of deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll get you good three quarters in those playoffs, but when it's closing time, you give it to your closers.
They probably do like a Kuminga trade. I think that's why they're not like.
Yeah, that one I would seriously consider.
Yeah.
Like that's the only team in the West. Like if I'm LeBron, those are my 3 picks: Cleveland, Golden State, Knicks.
I would say, because I'm biased, I would say Houston a little bit, depending on what is happening in Houston. If I'm Houston side, never. You're never touching LeBron because I think this team is good now. you probably have to give like a Min Thompson or someone like.
Yeah, you're gonna give up something. Yeah, you're gonna.
So it's not really worth it.
The Lakers will make that deal 100 out of 100 times.
Yeah,
because you guys have better players, younger players too.
On the LeBron side, definitely that'll be great because you're playing with Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers of all time. Cleveland's a good shout. I think Cleveland's definitely a good shout. I just don't know who they're gonna offer. I feel like they're gonna gut the team just to get LeBron back in for 1 year.
But it's Cleveland. They won their hometown hero back.
Yeah, but
finish your career off. It's parody.
Yeah,
it's just for parody. It's just it's parody.
Yeah, I think
it's just like, hey, he starts off with us and he ends with us type shit.
Yeah, I mean, depends on like if he's actually gonna retire after this year or not. Garland's probably gonna get shipped in a third team, and then the Knicks is gonna be the Knicks.
Yeah, they're just gonna go with the best. Like, what's weird about the Knicks too? Like they didn't give the extension to Bridges yet, so he couldn't be.
Yeah.
It's three things that could be going on. Either they didn't offer him anything, Bridges doesn't want a new deal. He probably hold out this year, wait for bet on himself next year, where he could get $298 million. So, kind of for 4 years too.
Yeah, these contracts are gonna be ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, so it's on him if he wants to sign. Because the Knicks are probably gonna lowball him. Like, look, take the Brunson deal, $3 million. You get the 3 years. I think he's eligible for 140. So like, take 110, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, no one wants to hit that second apron and
exactly
skirting on that fucking line.
Yeah, they're at the cusp of it, man.
Yeah, James Dolan would never fucking do the second.
Nah, James Dolan will only pay that tax if it's only for a superstar.
Yep.
He's only gonna pay that. If it's LeBron, he's gonna cost a second apron. He's like, I'll pay the tax on that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and speaking of the Knicks, real quick, I want to talk about the Mike Brown hire.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck. Like, how is he better than Tibbs? I don't get it. He's a better offensive mind than Tibbs. That's it.
That's it. Hear this. I don't want to, because like 2 weeks ago when we talked about who the Knicks should hire and stuff like that. Like when I heard Ime was like the first shout and Jason Kidd was the second shout and stuff like that, I was like, okay, like maybe they had an inside in where it's like Jason Kidd wants to come in or Ime wants to come in. But then when they got declined, I was like, they're just shooting darts in the fucking air. They're literally going to a nightclub and just shooting. They're shooting their shots at every 10 out of 10 girls. But their boyfriend's sitting right there. And, like,
right there, right? Like, hey man, I'm right here. What are you doing?
You're gonna get declined regardless. Mike Brown's not a good pick in my opinion.
I don't. The only I'm not thrilled about it at all. I'm like, you're supposed to get a coach that's better than the last guy. And although the Knicks were lacking in offense, that's the only thing. But then now your defense is gonna suffer.
I mean, Mike Brown is a 2-time Coach of the Year, but there's a reason
and
why the Kings
just
fired
say
him.
he was. That's the thing. Like, what was that? It's not. Here's the thing. It doesn't move the needle for me. It doesn't move the needle either way. You know what I mean? Like, none of these guys would have moved the needle. Taylor Jenkins, if he got hired, wasn't going to move the needle for me. The only guy that's going to move the needle for me would have been that Jason Kidd and the Bryant, the baby face, the what's his name? The Bryant. Yeah, the Cavs assistant. His name is he's a Knicks assistant as well. His last name is Bryant or something like that. Johnny Bryant. Yes, Johnny Bryant. That was who I was. Those are my top two guys: Kidd and then Johnny Bryant.
Yeah.
Kidd because he's a player with Brunson and the whole he's a player's coach, and then Bryant because he's a young face and he's been in an organization before. And I like these young up and coming guys winning with. That seems to be like the trend that's been going on with the NBA now. These young coaches, OKC, the perfect example. Yeah. So, but the Knicks are in win now mode.
But the thing, okay, so I understand where you're coming from with that, and there is technically no salary cap for head coaches, so you can just sign it and fire every.
Exactly.
My one gripe with this Knicks team was like, you need a bench, and you're finally getting a bench, and you don't have the guy that like, because like Tom Thibodeau's main gripe was like he doesn't play his bench. He didn't have a bench to play.
Right.
That was my main gripe. I mean, Mitchell Robinson was out for until like February.
Most of the year, yeah.
And then you had like a bunch of nobodies on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of
Journeyman
like
at best.
it was kind of like hard to like trust those guys. And if you're
Mhm.
any head coach, you're not trusting those guys.
I think the issue with him, like, I think we picked our draft picks from last year showed signs in the summer league, and he just never played them. He never gave these guys a chance.
Well,
Like
I mean,
Tyler Kolek should be playing more.
I
I mean,
guess, but
Yeah,
like,
but you don't know. We wouldn't even know what they got. Like
but
you don't play them.
I don't think Mike Brown.
Like campaign is what campaign is. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I don't play him. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you gonna play Shamit. You knew Shamit got hot in the last week of the season. And then you're gonna bench him during the Detroit series. He barely played in the Boston series. Then he shows out in Indiana. That's a
Well,
bad coaching move, though.
in the playoffs, you shorten your rotation, of course.
Mhm.
And I think like the Jordan Clarkson was a good pick. I think.
I
Like,
think it's great for the price. Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
overall, I just think it's just weird.
I think what's gonna bother me is like he's gonna. There's two things that's gonna end up happening. One good and really. He's gonna go really good or really bad. There's no in between. Really good is that he's gonna reap the benefits of Tom Thibodeau's team and then take him to the finals. Possibility. Then you're 18 games in. Your shit. The team is below 500. The Knicks will void that contract immediately.
Mhm.
I don't. If the Knicks are terrible before the All-Star break, that guy's gonna get fired. Is there chaos on that team? He's gonna be fired. That whatever kind of years he got on that contract, they're gonna eat that like the Thibodeau contract. They're not. The Knicks are not in the mind frame of being patient. It's not happening.
I believe it's 4 years, 40 million. I can double check.
Yeah, he's not getting. Yeah, he's gonna get all of that in 1 year. If the team doesn't, the team got to make the finals.
Yeah, 4 years, 40 million.
Yeah, he's gonna have again. I really want to know what happened to him in Sacramento because that seemed like it was an odd thing. Like it seemed like him and the general manager was bumping heads a lot.
Yeah.
It's because he's always been known to be like a player-friendly coach, and then something happened. I think it had to do with that player. I forgot his name. It wasn't
Fox?
De'Aaron Fox. No, because De'Aaron Fox actually went on Mike Brown's behalf because they thought it was Mike
Well,
Brown's
I think
was
the
reason.
report was like he wanted to have DeRozan come off the bench, and like
DeRozan was on the team then. Oh yeah, no, you're right.
he
He was on the team. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking exactly.
and then I guess like that was laughed upon, and then like he lost the locker room at that point.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Kind of how like Mike Budenholzer happened last with the Suns, where he wanted
With Bradley Beal off the
to come
bench. We gotta talk about that clown. So
we
yeah.
can talk about that. But and then the Kings basically became the Chicago Bulls, which I kind of
The Chicago Kings. I mean the Sacramento Bulls.
The Sacramento Bulls. But again, like I hope I'm right with this pick. I always think like I always say like I hope I'm wrong with like my takes. I hope I'm right because I love when the Knicks fans just cry.
It's gonna he better have a tough skin. Well, I mean he did coach LeBron when they weren't winning.
Yeah.
They will keep coming short. So you can honestly say like he really bet he coached 85 games with the Golden State Warriors while Kerr was out.
Head coach, no, was he not?
No, he was never even on the coaching staff, I think. But and then is who you surround yourself with because you gotta surround. Obviously, he's the offensive mind, so he's gonna need a bunch of defensive coordinators around him, I think. And
the problem is, and I think a lot of people are gonna give this shout. In the middle of the season, if the Knicks are going shit, they're gonna give Jalen Brunson's dad the head coaching job, right? Like I think.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think he's the snake in the fucking trees, bro.
It's too obvious.
He's the guy who was like, "Yo, Tom Thibodeau's not playing his bench right now." Like, what the fuck? Like, I think he's the guy who like basically.
I don't even think he's even gonna be in the coaching staff with Mike Brown. To be honest with you,
I mean, he was for Tom
Thibodeau.
So.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna bring him back, but I think they're gonna surround him. I think they want. From what I'm hearing, they want Charlotte's Borrego, that guy to be on the staff, and Darvin Ham, which I think Darvin Ham, that's where your defensive side is going to come from. So, like, again, there shouldn't be an excuse. They're going to surround him with a good staff, and they're willing to pay top dollar for it. So, I'm going to give him again, it doesn't move the needle for me. I'm not pissed. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Why? How is he better than Tibbs, though?
I would
Like,
love
and
to have Taylor Jenkins come and be this.
I was warming up to him. But I just think he might fold under pressure when it gets
What?
when it gets too hot.
I didn't. No, I'm saying like have him as his assistant.
Oh, okay. I don't know if
He's-
would he want that? Would he
I don't
want
think
that
he'll
though?
take that.
He's not. He doesn't have a job right now. So like, why
But
don't you
there was
make-
only one job available though, right? That Suns job. Did anybody want that job?
No, they hired
Yeah, they hired the Cleveland assistant coach from
They
Cleveland.
hired assistant
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, that poor guy. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
don't want
but
him to
like-
come back and
If
that's
you're
a project.
again, if you're the Knicks, you don't have a salary cap. You can make some of these assistants like your highest paid like coaches.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they are. They're gonna be the highest paid. Yeah, I'm talking about like Taylor Jenkins is. I don't. I think he wouldn't. Him personally probably wouldn't go for that job. I think he thinks he's a head coach, and I think he is a head coach.
Yeah,
He's a good coach.
there's only
Eh,
a limited amount
One
of
job,
spots.
really. Yeah.
There's only a
I
limited
think
amount of
he-
spots. Like, who are you waiting for? I guess the
Because the
Bucks,
only-
maybe.
Possibly that's a good start, but again, that team is going. No matter what you're gonna
So
do, you're
should-
gonna inherit a rebuilding project.
Yeah, so I think the Knicks are the best. Like that, the Spurs, because I think a lot of coaches are going to the Spurs and the Mavs.
Yeah,
obviously.
the Spurs will be cool. Yeah.
Um,
I think with
Boston
Taylor, I'm. Well, your idea isn't a bad idea. Like to have him and then get that experience in. I would, all right, this is maybe what I was doing wrong as a coach when I was coaching Memphis. Get that experience, and then boom, I'm ready to be a coach again. One thing that bothered me with the whole thing, like, why didn't Sam Cassell get at least an interview?
Mhm.
Like Sam Cassell's been like a lifer. Like he's got to be a good coach. And I think Rajon Rondo is going to be a good coach eventually too once he gets a chance.
yeah.
I think those guys are those are the future of the NBA, but I don't know why Sam Cassell never got a job. He paying his dues. I thought he would have been a good, at least an interview for the Knicks.
I thought Steve Nash was still. I think Steve Nash is still.
Yeah, I think he got a bad job with the Nets. The Nets didn't know what the hell they're doing, which isn't
the
weird.
Nets and I think he was the Lakers head coach too, right?
Was he?
Yeah,
So-
I think so.
Before.
I don't know why am I blanking on that. You could be right, but I'm blanking on that. But yeah, I don't know. Well, let's get right into the shitstorm that is the Phoenix Suns and the Bradley Beal escapade, if you will. Like, what is this deal?
Within the next 24 to 48 hours. So before we're shooting this on a Sunday, July 7th. So if it happens,
technically, yeah.
if it happens within the next couple of days, we'll don't spoil it, I guess. Bradley Beal is gonna be bought up by the Suns within the next 24 to 48 hours, and there's people already lining up to sign him.
Yeah, what? Miami's number one, I think, right? Is
Miami,
the number one?
Clippers, I think the Lakers kind of talked about it a little bit. We could also talk about Chris Paul retiring after this year, and then Dame getting cut. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, Dame getting cut was wild, but then you realize why they did it with the Miles Turner deal. Like, damn. And then the fact that we find out that the Indiana Pacers lowballed him. That was wild. They're below his market value. Not just because of his play or just the player himself, his market value.
So okay,
Like
so
they lowballed him.
we can continue with that because
Yeah.
I love I'm on the Damian Lillard train the hate train.
Really?
I hate that guy with the passion. But Bleacher Report has Miami, Bucks, and San Antonio for Bradley Beal. I wouldn't be surprised if the LA teams are available there.
You said Miami, Bucks, and who else?
San Antonio Spurs.
Nah, stay away from him, San Antonio. Don't let that guy's that's a franchise killer. Don't do that.
I mean, he's probably gonna get a
No,
like
about the minimum, yeah.
a minimum.
Yeah, I'm talking about him as a player.
Yeah,
Like
agreed.
he's not gonna fit. I think
Um,
Miami's his best fit. Go to Miami.
If you
Yeah.
want to compete, maybe Bucks, but like still like good luck with that.
Yeah. But see, the Bucks are in a weird spot because a lot of players. Why would I want? If that's what I'm surprised about Miles Turner. He took the bag. Obviously, it wasn't because of the team, but I'm like, you don't know if Giannis is coming back or not. You know what I mean? Like, what's the deal with him?
Mhm.
But Miles Turner, I'm not mad at him. Like, dude, they offer me above my value, my market value. So I'm gonna just take the bag, and I get to see Indiana a lot too.
Well,
Yeah.
You're gonna make him pay.
I think we all agree that no one should touch Bradley Beal. right now.
No, I agree. 1,000%.
There's a couple of teams that should maybe Indiana maybe because Halliburton's out. Boston maybe because Tatum's out. The Nuggets because they should always get depth, and I think they're letting Russ Westbrook.
I would love for him to be in Denver. I think he will actually learn and play the right way in Denver. I agree. That'd be cool.
Those three. Fuck it. Let's go Dallas because they don't have Kyrie.
Didn't they sign somebody?
There
was a damn
D'Lo.
Rodilo. Yeah, that's cute. All right.
I mean, I guess you can go Miami, but like, who the fuck cares?
I think he's gonna go to Miami and nobody will care. But I think those teams you mentioned, I think Indiana is interesting. I think Boston would do it. Boston, unless Boston. Yeah. No, whatever deal he's gonna get is gonna be a minimum deal because he's already getting a buyout. So him and Dame is gonna get minimum contracts no matter what.
Well, Dame
it's just
torn his Achilles, so it's tough for him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I'm a winning franchise already, I'm willing to wait it out. Like again, Golden State makes sense. Like you don't need him, but if he wants to come in and
again, Golden State for both of those guys, I would say like Oklahoma is also another good shout if you really want to care.
Like it's gonna have to be a team that doesn't give a shit because they're already on the cusp.
Basically,
for those players for sure.
Yeah, and then I guess like the Lakers is a good like mid-level exception shout.
Yeah, Lakers will need him more because like Bradley Beal. Yeah, they probably need Beal more. Dame, that's the thing where you coming from with Dame. I don't know who really needs Dame.
China. You better learn fucking Chinese, Dame. Right?
$20 million by the Bucks.
you better learn some Mandarin, my brother, because you're fucking cooked. What do you?
But here's the thing. Even if he wasn't, what'd you say, man? What was that?
He's getting the Bucks still have to pay him $20 million
over that, right?
That's all. Like he can sign anywhere for like
nothing for free.
The Suns and he still get paid with Bradley Beal, so it doesn't really matter.
For a long time.
Yeah. So these guys could really like take like a little pay cut. To pay
that's exactly what we were saying. The thing is, though, with Dame is that if Dame was even healthy and they bought him out, what team would need him though? Yeah, that's the issue. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like who would want Dame if Dame was just a free agent? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of tough. The Knicks we're not in a Dame Lillard market. We'd never part of that market.
He'd be great off
we knew it
for you guys.
Yeah, but he's not gonna sit. He's not gonna take a bench role. He's not gonna take that. He's gonna go a place where he's gonna start.
Billy?
No, I think Dame will. Like again, Miami needs players. So like him and Beal in Miami, and they could just be buried out there.
Bro, they're gonna buy retirement homes together. Like what the?
Yeah,
fuck?
they might as well.
They should go back to fucking Portland and just retire. Just fucking do a sunset retirement.
Orlando for Dame makes sense because they still need a true point guard.
Yeah, and they have everything else really.
I mean, Sacramento's a good shout to Dame too because they said they were hunting for point guards and they signed. They overpaid.
Sacramento too. You're right. I like Sacramento there.
They overpaid.
I think everyone. Yeah. Your shooter is like I thought, and the thing is too, he will get traded again, this season. Yeah, he'll definitely get traded again.
Technically, a good shout is Detroit.
Yeah, but it's you know how I feel about Detroit, man. That's Detroit. You know what I mean? Why would you want to go to Detroit?
Right? You trade Darius Garland, get a small forward, sign Lillard. It's not a good shit. It's not a bad shout. Cleveland's also a bad team.
And you know what you're getting from Lillard in the playoffs. Like that's when he shines. That's when like a good.
Is he gonna be that Lillard?
He doesn't have a choice. Like this, he's coming off that injury. This is pretty much it for him. He's not gonna get another. By the way,
but
I would say, but then that'll be a crazy line. But definitely, they're too small. If he's not gonna start, he has to come off the bench.
Well, yeah, he's gonna replace the Russell Westbrook role, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have to. He'd be a way better Russell Westbrook.
Basically.
You know what? Speaking of Russ, what's his market like? Because before Jordan Clarkson signed with the Knicks, before we found out about him being bought out, Russell to the Knicks was really close to happening.
Yeah.
Really close to happening.
Russell
and I was not warming up to that at all.
Russell
really?
Russell's market is
He's
because
cooked.
he
I
didn't.
just
He
don't
didn't.
like
Have,
This is fanny system.
nobody's a fan of Russell Wilson, really. I'm Russell Westbrook.
Both.
My thing is with, yeah, it's just both of them. You're right. But he could literally go anywhere, and I wouldn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he'd probably be ring chasing too. So don't even. He definitely no Lakers because he's been there, done that.
Two
No
teams that
Clippers.
two teams that probably like screams to me is Milwaukee and Boston.
In Boston, it's not bad.
Like,
Not bad, but
and
he
like obviously the obvious like go to fucking Oklahoma and just sit on the bench and like party with Shea and be happy.
Here's the thing with Boston. I want to see him go to Boston just because the crowd is going to let him hear it.
Yeah.
Like when he's having an off night, those Boston crowds.
Yeah.
And he thought Utah was racist.
Shout out Jalen Dern for saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people want to say Philly has the worst fans because of the whole Santa Claus getting booed shit. Like no. Boston will make you hurt. They'll hurt your soul. They'll make you feel that shit.
You got a baseball player calling you an F word.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And then you got a fan like assisting you and like fucking around with your suicide attempts and shit. That's fucked up, man.
So yeah, I mean,
like,
Russell Westbrook doesn't really have a market. I don't think a lot of these guys have markets because I guess they're just waiting until domino effects start to happen. I guess.
Yeah, Beal will probably be the first one to fall. I think his market will probably be again. I don't like Miami needs to make it. They're one of the few teams that need to make a move. They're in dire need to be relevant, and given the fact Miami, Bam, the way Bam spoke at the press conference, if you remember, he was like, "This team can't be the same going into the next season." And
they're not the same. They're getting worse.
They look terrible right now.
Okay. What was
Wiggins is still on that team.
Yeah, so they wanted to get like Dalton Connect, and they were like, they
had dinner with KD, right? Didn't they have dinner with KD as well?
Well, yeah, they lowballed KD, but I think the thing was they wanted to get Dalton Connect, and they wanted to trade Andrew Wiggins, and wanted to get a first round pick. Oh, but they also got rid of that Duncan Robinson contract.
The contract was terrible.
Yeah, that was a terrible contract. I mean,
yeah, but he has a good contract now with which is his market, which is what, $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in Detroit.
Yeah,
it's fine, and he's a straight up shooter. So that actually is a good piece for them.
Yeah. So Bleacher Report was talking about the Lakers going after Andrew Wiggins, and I believe the report was like the Heat wanted a first round pick and Dalton Connect.
Get the fuck out of for Andrew Wiggins.
Which
that's adorable.
I was like,
it's adorable. I mean, at least they're trying, right? They're throwing shit on the wall, trying to figure it out.
Like Miami should be the Las Vegas team that expands to Las Vegas, because at that point you're just rotting and doing nothing. So you just go gamble. Like you're literally going for the girls. In Miami.
They're going for something.
Like, you got nothing.
What? DeAndre Ayton to the Lakers. What you guys' thoughts on that? Exactly.
Missing piece.
He's just a piece.
He didn't need a center, and they got. I mean, that was like the biggest missing piece last year.
Here's the thing. DeAndre Ayton is not the same center that we're talking about, like the Mavs. We're not talking about the same centers. DeAndre Ayton is like a true center. Like he's like.
Yeah. He's a relic.
He's like
pretty much a relic now.
Like a Nurkic or like whatever. Like you need a guy like a Cat or like a Derek Lively or like.
Yeah, he's gonna just be around the rim.
Yeah, like Rudy Gobert is not gonna move the needle for you.
No, but again, I agree with Bando. It is
and LeBron.
Yeah, it is a piece.
With the rebound.
Yeah, his job is really to pick the ball up and pass it. That's it.
Yeah, so I mean, he rebounding and then obviously doing pick and rolls, but like they need more of an athletic like center, like Kuminga in a way. But
yeah, the thing is with him though, like I would say he probably will be motivated now because he's playing with super. Well, then he had fucking KD too, and he wasn't fucking motivated. So I don't know. I don't know.
He was better with the KD Chris Paul thing, but like again, you can only do so much, and I think Luka could elevate him a little bit, but. Again, They
He is
need
who he is.
they need so much on that roster, and I don't
They
think
need a bench.
they need Jesus to be on that fucking team. I don't know. Who's
Yeah,
their
I
starting
don't know.
shooting guard?
Is it Austin Reeves?
Is Austin Reeves, and he's declining his offer, and he's trying to do a 4-year 269 or
Ooh.
whatever.
Good luck with that, buddy. I wish you well.
He's gonna
Wish
get
you
it.
well.
He's gonna get it. That's the problem. Chicago's gonna offer it to him.
Oh well, yeah.
Why Austin Reeves?
The Lakers would never give him that.
Bro, if
They
Chicago
can't
offer
afford him.
who?
The Lakers.
Yeah,
Because
I
of the
mean,
whole LeBron thing.
yeah. I mean, but LeBron after this year would like that would clear up a couple
Yeah, he's $50 million off the cap. Yeah, because he's
Well,
he's making $52 million, right? He opted into a $50-something million contract.
Yeah, but then you're gonna extend Luka, and I think a lot of people were saying like rumors is that they want to have that much money for 2027 because that's a bigger free agency. I think 2027, 2028 is the bigger free agency. A lot of
Yeah, you got to make sure you're locked down in your future, which is Luca, right? So you lock him out, you lock him down. I mean,
Well, yeah, Luka's
then-
I think a free agent in 2027. Kevin Durant, Darren Fox.
he's
is a
done.
free agent.
He's retiring though. This is KD's last 2 years. He's not playing after these contract.
Yeah, he's gonna extend with Houston. He kind of came out and said he's gonna go for cheaper for Houston so they can make a couple more moves.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's done after like whatever kind of like is it 2 years he has signed for. That's it. He's done. You can tell he's just he's not gonna be out. He's not gonna be out there like LeBron in his 40s and all. He's too
Plus,
in.
he's made of glass, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was averaging 26 in Phoenix, which is
No,
crazy.
he's not a bum. He's not a bum by any stretch. It's just the way it's just wear and tear on him.
I think my thing is a lot of these NBA players are like, what else do I have to prove? LeBron was like, I have the longevity and I can play with my son, and he did that already. A lot of people want him to do it with his younger son, which is impossible.
No way.
Kevin Durant really doesn't have much to do. He did what he did, and he can just
Mhm.
roll it off. Like he's not gonna be a media guy. He's not gonna be a head coach.
I mean, a coach.
He's
No.
literally gonna retire, and then we're never gonna talk about him. Like in
Yeah, pretty
another
much.
15
He's
years.
gonna be more like, hey, remember KD?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
it's gonna be
remember
like
Ray
that.
Allen. It's like the same
Yeah.
scenario. in a
Tracy
way.
McGrady.
Yeah, I mean
But
Tracy
Ray
McGrady is a
Allen-
media guy now, but like
Yeah, but Ray Allen, man, that one bothered the hell out of me. Like, he still had it, man. He
still had
still
juice.
could
He
have
still had
played.
juice.
Yeah, he had juice.
Yeah.
But I just think his heart wasn't in the game anymore.
But, like
Do you think the Lakers are really like would love to see LeBron go? Like, just please ask for a trade. It'll save up so much money.
it will be breaking news because that'll be the first time LeBron requested a trade.
Yeah.
It
But
will
do you
be-
low key think the Lakers will want that to happen? You think like,
if you're the Lakers, no, because if you make a bad trade or it looks like a bad trade, the Laker fan will lose a ton of Laker fans. But maybe
but wouldn't
like,
the
Luka will-
Band-Aid will be Luka will be the
a
Band-Aid?
little bit, but like
Yeah.
I would say there's more LeBron fans than Luka fans right now.
Even like with LeBron, his Laker tenure, right? It wasn't like those are the ones that you're gonna like. Yeah, but the COVID ring, yeah, I give him that. But it's the fact that it's just like he doesn't fit that Laker tradition to me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like
But-
Shaq, like, it's not to do because he wasn't drafted. Because Shaq wasn't drafted, but Shaq to me was always I see Laker
Yeah,
in Shaq,
Kobe.
and then
same
Kobe,
scenario.
obviously. You know what I mean, all the greats like that played with in that uniform.
Yeah, Dark Fisher.
Like, you know, Yeah, Derek Fisher, Laker. Robert Horry, Laker. You know what I mean? Rick Fox, Laker.
Paul Gasol.
You know what I mean?
LeBron,
Laker, exactly. Exactly. You never, but like with LeBron, it's like, all right, yeah, he did go to the Lakers. I mean, it doesn't seem like he fit that Laker
You can argue
tradition.
He's a top 5 Laker of all time, but
Yeah,
I don't really care. I'm not gonna argue that. I don't care.
that's the Lakers fans decide that shit. But
While he
goes
wears a
that,
Lakers
yeah.
jersey and a Lakers hat, by the way.
Kobe jersey though, Kobe.
Yeah,
I'm doing it for
sure.
Kobe. I'm doing it for Kobe.
Yeah,
This is for
sure,
Kobe.
Sure.
I'll do it
buddy.
for Kobe. I love Kobe.
Anything we should
Kobe was
also,
the man.
anything else
Oh, we can
should
wrap it up and go to the NFL, right?
Did we?
It's
There's not-
Mika traded Fitzpatrick.
We could talk about the Jonas Valanciunas with the
Oh,
Nuggets
right.
and
Yeah.
Chris
So
Paul.
we're yeah retiring, right? But what's the deal with Valanciunas right now? Does he want to leave?
He wants to
Um,
go to
Because it seems
Panthericos.
like Denver, they see like Denver's not pushing back. They're like, yo, no, we still want this
so
trade done.
so Valanciunas met with Greece, and reportedly has a 3-year, $12 million from European Power. But the Nuggets already trade for him, and pending trade. I don't think the deal is officially through, but
Like pending a physical or some shit.
probably pending a physical or some scenario like that. But the Denver Nuggets have informed Jonas Valanciunas and his representatives that they will intend him to honor his NBA contract, which is $10 million this year, and then with a non-guaranteed $10 million, 2026, 2027. It's unknown what the Nuggets' plan is for the second year of his deal, but they expect him Denver this season.
It's like a 1-year contract.
Essentially, but it's like
Yeah.
it's a 1 year, and then next year's non-guaranteed.
Not committed. Yeah, no, you don't have to commit to him for that year.
Yeah, you can probably like either flip him or you can probably just keep him, see if he fucking plays well or whatever.
Gives you anything. Like, dude, you're gonna play 15 minutes behind fucking one of the best players ever. Take the fucking money from Denver and just enjoy maybe getting a ring.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think we talked about this off the pod, but
Mm-hmm.
3 million, 12 million, 3 years, 12 million, just sitting in Greece is
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it is pretty cool. Yeah,
I'll do it. Like fuck.
I would have done it. And compared to Denver
Yeah, so
or Greece,
3 years, 12 million, that is 4 million a year. So he's shaving off like 6 million just to go to Greece. If you think about it, right? Like not
Damn.
talking about taxes, we're just talking about straight up money. He's
Money.
shaving 6 years this year, 6 million this year, and then 10 million next year, which is 16 basically.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't know, bro.
He made enough money. I think he won a ring.
It's like
Maybe.
a little retirement.
Wait, did he play? He played in Toronto, right? So did he get the ring in Toronto?
No, I don't think he was there in Toronto. I don't think he was there in Toronto. No, he was not in Toronto. He was on the Grizzlies. He got traded.
Oh,
He does not have a ring.
yeah. Well,
Oh, he was
this is-
he was on that winning team, but then he got traded midseason, I believe. Or
Oh,
yeah, some shit.
whoopsies.
Yeah.
Whoops. It sucks to be him,
He
bro.
hasn't won a ring, but you're a European player, so if you're not named Dirk, Luka, or fucking whoever, like no one's really.
Nobody
no
will
respect,
remember
but,
you.
like no one's gonna remember you. Like it's
Nobody.
Unfortunately, that's
Nobody
how it is.
cares.
Like we're not talking
Yeah.
about like we don't talk about like Pedro Stojakovic or fucking Andre Bergani anymore. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, like
Don't get me started with Peja, man. That guy was smooth, man.
he
With
was
Sacramento.
but like no
But
one really like
the Lakers
when
got
I
in
say
the
like
way.
name your top 25, you're not naming.
Yeah, no.
You
I'm
know,
not even
so
thinking about
it's like-
Peja. Hell no.
Yeah, so even if I say
His
like
son's
name your
supposed to be
top,
really good, though.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
this year
Because Gonzaga next year. 'Cause I think he's playing Gonzaga. I think he's in Gonzaga, right?
I think John
So
Stockton. I think John Stockton's son is like in Gonzaga
There as well? I don't know. He went there. Yeah, but yeah, it's a tough one over here. I don't know with Valanciunas, but it's not gonna be a bad decision. It's not like it was like the worst thing ever. All right, let's speed this all along to the NFL. Wrap it up with NFL. What the
Here we
hell
go,
is going
baby.
on with the Bengals? You know, the Bungles.
They're cheap and they're scum.
How can you be motivated to play for a team like that? Like you get a
Listen.
player. Is the player even injury prone to begin with in college?
I haven't seen.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
So why even put that in a contract? That's so like sneaky.
That's such a like
Scumbag. It's a
that's
scumbag
that's
move.
a deal you give like in your mid levels. You know, like
Yeah.
your mid-round picks, not like your first round pick. That's
Or even
the
a
top
co-
15 pick.
Yeah. like, and or even a player that's that's known to have not even a rookie, not a rookie, but let's say you're a above average player, but you're injury prone. You could have like stuff in the contract, word like mixing the words up a little bit, to like get you to play for that contract, like
It's a bit
incentives and
iffy
stuff like
because,
that.
like, would you do that? Like, Kyler Murray had that fucking study thing, and everyone was like
Mhm.
roasting the Cardinals for it. But like, they should have kept it in. But like, whatever. There's always gonna be injury like wood contracts. Like, you're not gonna do that with Jonathan Taylor. You're gonna give him his money,
Right.
stuff like that. Saquon Barkley's another shout, like where
Mhm.
he's like, oh, he's injury prone, but like
Right.
obviously the Eagles don't give a fuck, and they want
No.
football with him.
Look, you're playing a dangerous sport. Injury happens.
Right.
What's the problem? It's part of the game.
Yeah. It's
And it's not like he's gonna break the bank. He's a rookie deal.
well, the rookie
For
deals.
the 15th overall pick, he's not
The
a top 10 pick.
the rookie deals are always guaranteed. Like, it's always a certain
Right.
number you have to hit. The problem
Mhm.
is, I think a lot of people are kind of having an issue. Why? Because like this is gonna be their starting like precedent. Like, this is gonna be their contract that they're offering
Right.
rookies from now on. Why start now? Like, why start with this kid and not your last year's pick or the year after
Right.
that or the year before that? Like, why?
And then
why not start with Jamar Chase, who had some injuries?
right.
Or T.
And
Higgins, or I don't know.
why are you doing as a team that's known to be doing this to always been known as a cheap team
Yeah, I mean,
that overexpands on offense and don't take care of defense?
to be fair,
Mhm.
I expected them to draft an edge rusher.
We all
Because-
did. We all picked defense, right? We all had them on
we all
defense.
expected defense because they're gonna replace Trey Henderson with this guy.
Mhm.
You don't have Trey Henderson, and you don't have as well, like the rookie as well. Like, you're gonna replace Trey Henderson with this guy. Cool,
Mhm.
sign him. Like, sign one
Yeah.
of them.
I know. And now you have nobody to blame but yourself. This is a self-inflicted wound.
But
This is on them. The kid didn't not say he didn't want to sign with him.
to play devil's
He just happened to be. He read his contract.
advocate though,
Okay.
you have Joey Burrow, who's on a fucking $65 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase is on a $40 million deal, and you have T.
Mhm.
Higgins who's on a fucking whatever kind of $1 million deal. That's on them, those three guys,
Yeah,
because
that's something. Yeah.
they
it's a-
can take pay cuts and then get like a move, right? And that's my fear with a lot of these like younger teams. Daniel Daniels with Commanders, Houston with C.J. Stroud. I can just rattle off Caleb Williams, Drake May, whoever.
Mhm.
Those guys are gonna get paid, and then you're kind of have to cheap out on either the defense, the O-line, wide receivers, the running backs, one of these guys, and then you're just gonna get shit out of luck. And here we are. You're the Bengals, or you're the Cowboys.
Well,
which,
If you're, that's not on them. That's the owner giving them the money. And I mean, the owner's
Yeah.
giving them the money that way. And you have to think about in their perspective too. I know for me, if I'm gonna make sure I get the most of my money,
Mhm.
I play a dangerous sport. It's one thing if it's baseball or baseball or basketball, excuse me.
Mhm.
Where it's just like, like I could take a pay cut and then help everyone out because I'm gonna be here anyway for the next 10 years. It's not guaranteed in football. Like
Right,
get as
I'm
much money as
not-
you can right now before, and then as a team from the Bengals who never fucking paid me, who do always have the issue paying their players.
The situation,
like-
I think. Oh, continue.
No, I'm just saying like it just even with Jamar Chase situation, it took them a while to get that done.
Right.
It wasn't like it took like with Burrow is one thing because they know they had a star and make it, but you also have another star in your receiver.
Yeah.
But that's on you to do. That's why you have to. That's why you have general managers and assistants that help these managers out to like balance the budget out. That's on them. You guys should know what you're getting, what the budget is looking like when you're about to give out this money. If you're not gonna give out if you don't want to give out the money, then bye, so long, farewell. We have to move on from you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be cheap.
I was expecting them to trade T. Higgins this offseason.
Me too.
This
I'm surprised they even brought him back. It wasn't even a given that he was gonna stay.
Right, but the thing is, like, again, Jamar Chase, they signed him way too late. They signed Joey Burrow way too late. Same thing with CD Lamb, Dak Prescott. Like, you can get these guys on cheaper deals if you sign them a bit closer.
Earlier, yeah.
And then, obviously, when that contract kind of rolls out, it's either going to be a terrible contract in year 5, or it's going to be the cheapest contract in the world in year 5. Like Matthew Stafford, for example, or Jared Goff, for example.
Right. I think when it's a rookie deal, by year 3, you should know what you got in the rookie. And then you can all right, let's get him. Let's sign him up now.
But like
For
Dak Prescott, year 5 is gonna be like you gotta, right?
Well,
and
then he was drafted second round, right?
Yeah,
No,
so
later.
I'll give
So
you.
he outplayed his market, right? His market value. So Dallas that's Dallas being cheap though. You should have signed him earlier. He's a second round pick. He's not making any money. You give him the money now, while he's still, while we still have control of him.
Yeah.
Get that deal done.
So Dak Prescott's 31 years old, and his contract ends in 2029.
Yeah,
which will
terrible
be
contract.
35-ish, 36. So he'll be like Kirk Cousins level, right, with that age. And obviously, Kirk Cousins is a good shout with that contract.
Right.
With Atlanta, terrible contract. And so,
right.
I don't really know what the Bengals can do, honestly, unless they can sell their fucking team. The NFL might have to step in and do something with this team.
Yeah, this is ugly. It's very ugly.
But it's gonna be the whole issue of like small market versus big market.
But then don't give out big market money.
Fair.
You're giving out big market money.
It's hard. It's really that's the only team.
Any team you could give me an example for, I respect it. But for that team in particular, I can't respect it. They knew what they were getting themselves into.
Only team that doesn't have $1 billion owner, and there's literally a team that's owned by fans. Packers.
Yeah.
So
Packers.
That's a sad statement.
And that's the thing. That does suck because the Packers is a well-run organization run by the fans. So it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, the Packers don't really pay much, but small market, right?
There's a small market team.
They
Yeah.
nailed the draft.
Yeah, they pay the if you're a legit player, they'll pay you.
Yeah.
They'll pay you.
Shout out Jordan Love.
Yeah. Right.
But
he got the bag. But yeah, I don't know. The Bengals are in a tough spot, man. But I can't feel sorry for them.
So let's talk about. Should we talk about the? Well, we could talk about
the trade.
We could talk about the trade. Yeah, we could talk. I'm thinking because I just was talking when I was talking about the whole cheaping out scenario. I was like, oh, there's someone that I want to talk about, but guess not. We could talk about the trade. The Steelers being cheap as well.
So the Steelers are really trying to. They're in their head. They're going all in, aren't they? In their head.
I don't know what they're doing, bro. Cause like
this is their version
mind,
of going all in.
This is literally saying either they're gonna give TJ Watt the giant contract and be happy with it, or they're gonna just let him walk or trade him. Right.
I think they're gonna trade him, which is a terrible move. That's a terrible move. You sign that guy.
He should go to Houston, but
he should go anywhere. He should go anywhere.
He should go to the Rams. If he's smart, he would go to the Rams. But
the Rams would be perfect. Like the Rams would make use of him immediately. Again, that's one player that all 30 teams could have. Every team in the NFL could use him. If you put him anywhere, he's gonna play.
Yep.
Now he's gonna give you probably 10 good games and then miss out the rest. But it's a risk worth taking if you have a good team behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with him. I don't know what the hell the Steelers been doing lately. I don't know if the Bengals virus is catching up to reaching up to Pittsburgh, but they're being unnecessarily cheap. Yeah. Like I don't get it. They act like they have an apron format going on. Like just pay the guy. Like he gives you, he performs.
So the official trade is Jalen Ramsey, Ja'Connell Smith, and a 7th rounder for Michael Fitzpatrick and a 5th rounder. Smith gets an extension for 1 year, $12 million for the Steelers, and obviously they get Jalen Ramsey, who's, in my opinion, kind of washed at this point in his career.
Yeah, he's at the cusp of being washed, right? He's like if he has one foot out the door of wash, in my eyes.
Yeah, he's
again.
Like, oh, and obviously they got Aaron Rodgers. That's the guy that I was gonna think about.
Yeah,
they officially got Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, I guess. I don't care. He's saying that this is gonna be his last year. I doubt it. He's gonna do the whole like shebang and stuff like that.
I think it depends on how it ends. It depends on how the Steelers go. I think he'll. I think everybody's over him now. It's like, bro, it's like Brett Favre all over again.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude,
this might be a
it's
John
over.
Jones, Conor McGregor thing where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm retiring. Oh wait, hold on. Like this fight's
The
happening.
White House fight.
The White House fight. I'm coming back in. Like
I mean, I'm
it
coming
might
back
be,
in.
or the Philip Rivers scenario where he retired,
Yeah.
came back to the Colts, retired again, came back
Yeah.
again. So, I'm done with it. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. He was an okay quarterback with the Jets. He's gonna be a terrible quarterback with the Steelers. He was the main reason why you got rid of
Everyone.
George Pickens.
Yeah.
Like, you had George Pickens and DK Metcalf, which was been a great 1-2, but then you got rid of George Pickens, and now you have DK Metcalf, and then
A bunch of role guys.
I don't even know who your wide receiver two is.
Cast of characters.
And then obviously they have a good running back in Caleb Johnson, who's a rookie. But
Yeah.
again, who the fuck
Rookie.
knows?
Yeah, still a rookie.
But yeah, I mean, overall, that's what the Steelers are doing. And then obviously Justin Tucker got suspended for 10 games.
Yeah.
So he had a more like he
got
might have
slap
done
on the
it.
wrist.
He might have
he
done
got-
it. If Watson had 4 games, right? So this guy might have done it. Allegedly.
This guy had his house raided. You know what I mean? Like,
Like-
there was shit going on in his house.
He's a free agent
Like-
now. But yeah.
Good luck.
That damn kickers. Gotta watch out
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, kickers all over the place now. And kicking puss as well. I don't know what's going on with him, man.
He's gonna be a chief anytime soon, right? He's gonna be chief for our Philadelphia.
Listen,
Eagles.
if he goes to a great franchise, they'll brush that shit away. It was like, no, he did. That's in the past. He was young and dumb. He's like, no, it was last year. Like, he was young. You know what I mean?
He's
They're gonna
change
brush
the
that away.
scenery.
I'm sorry?
Change the scenery.
Yeah, change the scenery. Yeah.
Everything will go away.
Sure.
You know the funniest line I heard in a while when it comes to the NFL recently was Deshaun Watson bringing Shador Sanders under his wing
Yeah.
for a guy. I was like, oh fuck.
So, if you guys don't know, you guys do. If anyone does dynasty draft, it's like a keeper league, but you continue and you
Mhm.
continuously draft like rookies. So I have like a starting team, and then you draft the rookies. And I drafted Shador in mine in the 3rd round.
Uh-huh.
And I saw that, and I was like, oh no! I was like, no! No!
And then what? Wait, hold up. A week later, he gets busted for speeding.
Bro, he's doing 101, and I'm like, oh no! I was like, no!
This shots, Watson. Why? Why Watson?
Also, Jaheir
But-
Alexander's on the Ravens, so I mean that whole division's a shit show.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. With all that being said, I'm pretty sure it's like the Ravens to lose, right? It's just theirs to lose.
Dude, I don't know. The Bengals low-key have the best offense, but like they have the worst defense.
Defense, yeah.
The Browns are just the Browns. They're just
The Browns are
rebuilding.
the Browns are the Browns.
The Steelers are gonna be 9-8. Congrats, they lost in the 1st round, and then Ravens are gonna win the division and choke in the 2nd round.
Pretty much. It's gonna be the same old with them. I don't know. I can't call the NFL. The NFL is just like it's nowhere near week 1 or even a preseason, and yet they're still taking over the news, man. They're just that good.
Mhm.
They just know how to keep the show going. They just know how to keep the show going.
It's an official football game, July 31st.
Is it the Giants versus Bills? That one?
No, I think it's Lions versus
What?
it's the Hall of Fame game, I believe.
That's
not
July
Lions versus
31st,
Chargers.
not August.
Yeah, July 31st. The first
I know there's
preseason.
I think he's right. I think there's a July
The
game. But I
Chargers,
just wonder
Lions,
was
I
the-
believe.
I know he's right about the July game. I just don't know who's playing. I saw it and I was
sure.
like, this can't be real.
August
the
1st
Chargers.
is the Hall of Fame game, and it's Chicago versus Houston.
Oh, okay.
What? How about the day before that? I believe
Can't be
Chargers
that.
are playing.
I could have sworn it was
The
July
Bears
too,
and the
but
Texans are kicking off the preseason in a Hall of Fame game. So I don't know
Cool.
if he can kick off the preseason before the kickoff of the preseason.
I don't think so.
There might be like training camps together because that happens. a
Probably
lot.
because I didn't know the teams, but I did see like I saw like something was going on between two teams. I don't remember. I thought it was the Giants and Bills. It probably was some like practice squad thing.
Yeah, Chargers Lions, July 31st, 8 o'clock.
What the fuck are you saying?
Look it up.
Chargers Lions will face off to 2025 Hall of Fame game. What?
Is it July?
Is there 2 Hall of Fame games? Oh, you might be right because I just googled fucking the Houston Texans and the Bears are 2024. So he's probably right. Probably.
Okay.
I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't watch
it's-
preseason, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't watch preseason either, bro.
So
But
It's
cool.
something.
Yeah, it's. I guess
Some
that's
type of
pretty cool.
football.
yeah, congrats. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know.
All right, so we wrapping this.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Fucking dude. Get fucking pull the trigger, bro. This is like the dry
Yeah.
season for
Yeah.
sports. So
Yeah, this is pretty much off season stuff, right?
Or
yeah,
baseball.
This is basically Sportsload off season. We're gonna talk about off season stuff, NFL, NBA.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do Sportsload, which is gonna be mainly for baseball, and I'm not gonna be in it because I don't care about baseball. Me and John might do some MMA stuff. Me
Yeah,
and
we
Greg
definitely do that next set. We'll do it Saturday early, like in the afternoon time.
Yeah,
We have UFC in 2 weeks.
Whatever works
so-
for you. I'm sorry, your schedule, because I'm off every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I'll just throw it in some. It doesn't have to be long. Me and Greg will do WWE probably every pay-per-view, give or take, and then I might do a fantasy football thing soon. As soon as I'm done with these dynasty drafts, and I'll talk through my picks. And me and Van will do like a Houston thing, off-season thing. I don't know if you want to do it or not. That's the idea.
You and Gareth are doing the F1 stuff.
Never have I done one episode. That was about it. So
That was it.
I might do a solo thing for F1, but
That's pretty. Yeah, you should just do that.
either
Then.
do a solo thing or I might bring some friends that I watch F1 with and then just do it as is.
Sounds good, man. Do whatever works.
Yeah, more content. All right, so
Yeah.
watch every year,
Those-
please.
Yes, keep liking, keep
Like,
subscribing, guys.
subscribe.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Sports Load. I'm Ja. That's K. That's Van, who's alive. He's awake.
He's in
His
the
eyes
corner.
is open. He's in the corner.
Love Island. Love Island.
All right,
All
guys.
right, peace.
Deuces, guys.